Hello everyone, it is Shay in Silver Lake. I've got some, I'm gonna shut this door. It's April 6th. I just got done reading John chapter 11, 55 to chapter 12:1. It's about Jesus 6 days before the Sabbath. That's my evening read, but I'm actually in Judges chapter 13. I'm still reading in that 133-year-old Bible. I'm halfway through Judges. Woo woo. Anyway, my son's friend, how cool is this? It's made of silver. There's a stamp right there. Is that upside? Try to flip this around. Kent, or what is that? Kent Silver Smith. And there's also a stamp down here. Let me see if I can. Oh, it's upside down. There, let it focus. Come on, focus. I don't know. There we go. Well, it says Sheffield, England, made by Craft something. It's worn off. Can't really read it. But that's glass that's broken right there. And this is what it looks like on the inside, and it's made of silver. And then his friend also gave him this canteen, and 1944. So that's pretty cool, I think, anyway. I tried a couple videos. I did one this morning, but my legs weren't working real well, and I kept tripping. So I was like, yeah, not uploading that one. What's running across the field over there? A white cat? I've never seen a white one hanging around. And then, so I had to give up on that one. That was only like 5 minutes. Today's Sunday. I went all the way to La Pine to worship. And I didn't get back until till 1. And then I got a tire changed on my vehicle. And then, I got a new blinker put in and some clips replaced. And that took a little bit. And then I tried to do another video, but my son and my neighbor were running back and forth, playing their music. She was parked outside waiting for him, playing music, and he was running back and forth, and it was just too much. Too much. Oh, that tumbleweed is like moving around. So I was like, whatever. So I had to delete that video and give up and wait until things had quieted down some. And now it's getting really late. I'm so tired. It's been a long day. Great day, but just really long. I got sunflowers planted all the way down to that rake. And then I still have that one corner down there to do. Ooh, I can feel it. It's supposed to rain. Look at those clouds. It's supposed to rain for 2 or 3 hours and then come off of that, which I'm kind of hoping, because then it can water some stuff out here. Look at how beautiful these flowers are. So pretty. They're dying down. Tried to look for more, but they didn't have any. Ooh, it's kind of chilly. It's 57 degrees, but man, it feels more like 40s. And it's probably because there's a 13-mile-an-hour wind. Look at the mountain. Still has quite a bit of snow on it. It was overcast all day today. It got up to like 61, 62, but it was just really overcast. So I can feel like a little bit of sprinkles here and there. Look at that. So my daughter and I had a meeting. We're going to paint the house charcoal gray with white trim, the garage and the shed too. Probably going to do the shed first, because you know how you have to get into the groove of painting. So we feel like if we do the shed first, like if we do it, if it doesn't come out perfect, it's okay because it's just a shed. And then we got to go along. We're going to wait, I think, until June or July. But we're like picking out our colors now and where we're going to buy the paint, which we're probably going to get it from Home Depot. We're going to look around and see, because we'll have a lot. And whoever painted this, you know, like look at the sloppy job they did. But this was how we got the place. So, we're going to just keep the white trim. We're going to obviously paint the white trim again, because I mean, you can really see that, like, they just pretty much slapped that on. You can see some parts where it's not even like the white chunks that are everywhere. And then there's like this other color, which we don't even know what that is, because this has only ever been one color. So there's that. And we're going to go around, seal up, you know, figure out. We're going to have to take a wire brush and scrape some of this paint off that's there. Luckily, maybe the house was a totally different color and then they painted it this color, because you can see it's like a brown, and then they painted this olive green. Oh, ladybug fingernails. And the inside was a dark olive green, and we've ripped out all the carpet. It was like an indoor-outdoor carpet. And then we put new flooring down. And it was like an olive dark green were the walls. We repainted that. We repainted everything white except for the kids' bedrooms. We did Serenity's purple, lavender, and baby blue, and Ryder's is like a dark blue and white. And then my daughter hasn't picked a color for her room. She's probably just going to go with white. Her room is the only one that has carpet left, and we haven't put a fresh coat of white paint on that one yet. So we plan to still do that and redo the floor. And she'll probably work on that either between now and July, or it'll be her next year's project. I mean, because her room is not like that bad off. It's all right. Like, there's nothing wrong with it's just, we just don't want carpet. And it's just, it just doesn't match the rest of the house. We want the whole house to be the same. And then we're going to put up a wall and section off my apartment so that my bedroom is actually separate. Instead of me having like a studio layout, I'll have a bedroom, and it'll be 10 feet wide and 20 feet long. And we're going to do the same flooring in my room, because we just might as well stick with the same. Oh, there's Lucky. We're just going to do everything the same flooring so everything matches. And then I'm probably going to have the two long walls will be white, and then the two short walls on each end, I'm probably going to do like a really nice red, and because red's my favorite color, so I'm probably going to do red. And then I'll just get a really nice big geometric red, gray, black, and white rug. I've already seen a couple online that I absolutely love. So there's another cat right there in front of the shed. And My dressers are already black and white, so it'll just kind of match, and then I don't have to replace the dressers, or I won't have to repaint them. I can just leave them the way that they are, and it'll be fine. I thought about doing 2 gray walls and 2 white walls, but I think I'm going to do the 2 red, because the 2 walls I'm going to do are not like the biggest walls. They're the smaller walls. So like one red wall will be where my headboard is. And I can put, which I think I'm going to get a gray headboard to tone down the wall a little bit. And then I'm going to get white shelves to go on either side. So that'll be fine. And a lot of my paintings, my favorite paintings, have a lot of red, black, and gray in them. So I'll move those out of the living room and into my bedroom area, and I think it would look great. And then I don't want closet doors, but I have these curtains that I bought years ago. Probably like, I think I got them like in 2017 or 2016. And I love them. And they're white with black, gray, and red squares all over them. And I love them. And I always use them on my closets. Everywhere I've moved, I've used them on my closet, because I prefer them versus doors. So it'll just kind of like, I'll be able to reutilize almost everything that I have if I stick with the only thing I'll have to buy new is the rug. The rug and the paint. That's it. Everything else, Lucky, come on now, will be just fine. So I think I'm going to do that, and we're going to work on my bedroom. We're going to start cleaning out the garage. The one end in May is when we discussed what it would be a good time for all of us to do it and organize it again, because in the wintertime, a lot of stuff gets stuffed in there and just stacked up. And then when we're looking for stuff, we're going through all this stuff, and then stuff moves around. Then by the time summer comes, we can't find anything. We just stumble across stuff, or we forget about stuff. So we want to, every year this happens. So it's my new birdhouse. Isn't it cute? It's where I got the inspiration for my fingernails. It's from this birdhouse. But we've decided that needs to be cleaned out. And I also happened to get a really good deal on a gentleman who has a whole bunch of sheetrock. And it's the really big, thick sheetrock. It's the 4 feet by 10 feet. And he needs to get rid of it. So I'm going to buy 20 sheets from him for $200. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So I'm going to concentrate on cleaning the inside of the shed enough to where I can get those sheets in the shed. And then I also want to sheetrock the inside of the shed. I want to get some insulation, and then I want to sheetrock the whole inside of the shed. Ceiling and walls, the whole deal. So I'll use a lot of the sheets for that. And then I need 10 sheets probably to do. So 8, 4. I'll need, 10 sheets to do my wall inside, 5 on the outside and 5 on the inside to finish my wall. And then that should be plenty. I should have enough to do my bedroom. I only need 1 wall built for my bedroom, and then it'll be fine. I already have the door. The entry is already done. One of the walls is done. I just need the other wall to be put up and go all the way across. And then insulation. I'll need to get some insulation, screws, and some 2x9s. And then I'll be pretty much done. And then I'll do the flooring Then I'll move all my stuff in. Move all my stuff from my dressers and my bed. That kind of stuff into the room. And then I'll have more room in my living space. And I can start sectioning off. I already have a permit. When we bought the place, it already had a permit to do the apartment. It's just we haven't been able to get to that because we were doing the inside of the house and getting all that ready. You know, we had to do all we had to paint the ceilings, all the walls. We had to rip out all the carpet. We had to redo a lot of things on the inside, fix the heater. It's like central air. There's also a pellet stove in there. It's a brand new pellet stove. We don't like using it, but, you know, we just wanted everything to be repaired. Eventually, we may have that removed. It's just like the pellet stove is just not something that we liked. We did use it for one winter, and we all did not like it. Absolutely did not like it. It was just more of a pain, and you know, we're just too cautious. We don't want the kids getting close to it, and they would just constantly want to stand in front of it, and it just became a hassle to keep kicking the kids out from in front of the pellet stove. Get away from it, get away from it. And they just didn't want to, so we stopped using it and just fixed the central air instead, and that's much better. And now it's just like kind of like a decorative piece. So I would like to take that out, but that's something in the future, because if anything, I'd rather a wood stove be installed, and then, you know, we use it for like emergency when the power goes out. But this last 2 or 3 years, the power hasn't gone out that much. When we first moved here, the first 2 years, power kept going out like once a week. We were calling the electricity company, power's out again in the whole town. So, but must have fixed it, because it was getting pretty ridiculous there for a bit. Alrighty, so peace, love, and happiness. Look, these birds have not touched this. I don't know what the deal is. I have both of them filled, and I've been watching 2 days now. No interest. I don't get it. I even sprinkled some down here so that they could eat on it, but they're just like, I don't know what's going on. No birds are interested. It's just not happening, man. Anyway, so hopefully tomorrow, Lucky's whining, wants to go in. I can work in the garden. I just was too busy today, and it really was so overcast, and that there was a 13-mile-an-hour wind, so it just wasn't ideal. But I got to spread some of this stuff back out. I have it all clustered in the center. I do that in the wintertime. I cluster it in the center. And then in the spring, I start straightening everything up and start spreading it out. And, you know, picking the spots that it's going to go. You know, so we'll see what's going to happen. And a lot of times, once everything starts getting tall, you can't really see much of anything. Green onion's already getting tall. The irises are going to get really tall again. The echinaceas get about 2.5 feet tall. Hopefully it'll start warming up. I do think that we might have a mild spring. I just don't see it snowing. But it's snowed in June out here before, so who knows? All right, so peace, love, and happiness. May peace be with you always. Have a wonderful day, week, hour, minute, month, second. And yeah, don't forget to rewind and be kind. And check out my shorts. And thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.